So for our first conversation tonight, I thought we start on, have a discussion about, you know, our best memories of our cringiest kids television shows.
Mm,
Yeah, or just shows that we like, kid shows that we know that, go a little cringe, hit the
it's
cringe factor.
well, play the video and let's have a little. We
Okay,
can we can
this
talk about it as we go, but
this this
uh,
just to let you know, this is from I think it's an '80s Christian kids show
oh no,
called P Salty Sings Praises. So just
P salty,
P Salty Sings Praises, and just
P salty singing praises. P salty.
so
Wow,
this is I am looking
how
forward.
is
I'm
that
looking
even a
for.
pretend?
I am looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the reaction on this one. Here we go, people. Let's sing some praises.
P salty. Oh boy, I gotta put my glasses on.
Hi, everybody. Maranatha Music is pleased to present Kids Praise for Sensational Servants. Starring me, Salty,
Oh, Salty.
the singing songbook. And introducing Charity Church Mouse and the Church Mouse Choir. Okay, get on the edge of your seats, because we're ready to go.
That's his high call.
Hey, kid,
Oh, yeah.
come over here and look at my new song.
Oh my gosh.
What a contraption, Salty! What do
Look
you
at the
do
book.
with
Look at the
it?
book.
The Songmobile helps me write music, Kenny.
It's made of all kinds of music.
Where's his hands?
Look at the back wheel. It's a big bass drum. Back here, the exhaust pipe is a clarinet.
So
Turning
at the
his
back
pages,
is his
maybe?
big,
Turning his pages.
Sports
big
up the
bass
piano. Look
drum.
at that tuba. Is that the trunk? I found a glockenspiel on the front.
I bet you saw my glockenspiel.
Sure, we can drive
Hey,
over to the old
Salty.
church and have a sing-along there.
Why do you taste the salt? Why?
Oh, I almost forgot. The Songmobile is a lot of fun, but it has one little quirk.
What's that?
It'll only work when you're praising the Lord from your heart.
Then let's get
When
going
you're on
and
your
start
knees.
praising the Lord right now. Yeah.
We're singing praises, we're singing praises, we're singing praises unto J-E-S-U-S, our Savior. We're singing praises, we're singing praises, we're singing praises unto Him.
All those dance moms thought, hey, they're getting apart.
Right? I'm gonna go audition for a great, take back. I hope you're not traumatized or anything like that.
P salty.
You need an
We're
exorcist.
singing praises, we're singing praises unto J-E-S-U-S, our Savior. We're singing praises, we're singing praises, we're singing praises unto Him.
Well, I mean,
So no, we don't have to
Let's-
criticize this one, but I just saw this and kind of going, no, like Dr. Dressup didn't have the cringe factor like this one does.
There's a very, it is cringy. Yeah, we're also looking at it from a very skewed
Right?
opinion that we didn't have back then. Because, I mean, I guess it's not any worse than Read Along or...
Well, right. So that was the one I was thinking of, or Polka Dot Door.
Polka Dot Door, that was always an odd one, but,
Right.
and it's absolutely not on a level with any of the Croft stuff, but...
Maybe the one that I don't know, Barney kind of makes me go cringe.
Well, that's a different... See, but it's also...
It's a different time too.
I mean, if you want to cringe, look up Witchy Poo and some of her scenes from HR Puff and stuff. I'm gonna kick your ass, kind of shit, like
Witchy Poo?
Witchy Poo. Yeah, Witchy Poo from HR Puff and stuff. See if
Okay.
you can see some of hers.
Okay.
Like when she starts talking about swatting and beating and Your Highness is too high.
I guess that's what I found. Here we go.
Hurry up, Seymour. Hurry.
Wait a minute. Your Highness is too high.
Grab hold of the chair and hurry. I want to be gorgeous.
You know, like,
Hurry, you dimwit. Flick the switch.
It's Flick.
see, it's always dimwits, flip the switch.
Careful, you dimwits. Stop the chair. Stop what I say.
She's always gonna whip their ass.
Tell him. Flick the switch.
Which switch? Which?
The switch that says which.
The which switch that says ditch, or the switch in the niche that says which chair switch?
Okay, the
How
only,
many
the
how
only
many
word,
takes do you think that took him?
the only word they
in
didn't use
actuality?
was the bitch word.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. But how many takes do you think? Like Billy Hayes, who played Witchy Poo, was always doing stuff. But how many takes do you think those guys were? The witchy bitchy. I mean,
Oh.
but that was actually Witchy Poo. You'll see somewhere she is just going off and wants to smack the shit out of him.
Right? That is funny.
Also, I guess that's like, well, yes. Oh, wait, if you just look at that top one, scroll back the other way to the top, right there is a lot of, like, Garfield. There
Oh,
was
yeah.
all kinds of...
Right?
Alf, I think Alf was more of it was like an early era of adult
Yeah.
adult stuff.
I
Like
just,
a lot
I
of
just
his
saw,
stuff.
like that book one. And well, what came, what, I don't know, when I qualify this, so I was watching, something popped up on my YouTube today. It was this lady who does sort of horrific history stuff and true crime stuff, and she's talking about this other show that ran for like 20 years or something like that, and it was on one of the evangelical TV stations, and the one guy that was the puppet guy, the guy that ran the puppet, would give a Bible lesson every week or some kind of lesson every week around the Bible, but the guy ended up being a pedo, right?
Oh, yeah. Of course.
I love you, you love me, let's get together, and yeah, there's a lot of that in there. It's surprising there was a lot more child.
Well, it's the protectionism of it, right?
Yeah.
That's so you there, but yeah, it's a wild and weird world we live in.
It is, right? It
Like,
is.
Some of the stuff, it's they do it on purpose. Look at all of
Dinosaurs?
the
Is that
little
the
things that are
the puppet one?
hidden in WoW.
Don't hit the baby.
Don't hit the baby one, right? Wasn't that sort of fashioned off the Honeymooners? That dinosaur?
What? Yes.
Remember that dinosaur, the puppet, the dinosaur
Yeah.
show that had the puppet?
Not the mama, not the mama, not the mama.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was a very
It was very popular.
dramatic
that one.
end.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was.
it's pretty
And
popular.
they ended it just with the Big Bang. That was it.
Yeah.
But
Watching all those
not
kids
the mama, not the
traumatized.
mama.
Well, I know. There we go.
But
Now,
yeah, that was that. Well, everything was based off the Honeymooners, the Flintstones.
yeah. Well, totally right. Yeah.
Even the Honeymooners, the amount of
Kind of love watching. Like, you ever watch some of those? Like, watch Flintstones or the Looney Tunes even. As good as those friggin' cartoons are, and I fucking love them to the day. But some of them, sometimes there's some moments in them nowadays. You kind of there's a little skit or there's something said. I'm going, ooh, that just doesn't
Well,
doesn't
a
go well
lot.
today.
There's a lot of stuff, but you gotta. That's the other part to it.
Right.
A lot of the stuff. This is.
It's the time, right? The
This,
time.
of course, leads us into a little bit of politicking.
Yeah, no.
And I'm not going to say that I agree that there shouldn't be things highlighted and there shouldn't be protectionism for some groups of people. Right? Like, everybody knows, I'll protect you. You're gay, I'll protect you for everything.
Yeah.
You're black, I'll protect you. You should not be. But in taking away all of the highlighted things that made a person like our age know it, the Richard Pryors, and,
Yeah. Right.
and
Yeah.
the racial kind of stuff that was done, us growing up, highlighted it for the most part to us that it was a bad thing.
Yeah.
So we could watch Bugs, cross-dressing
Yeah.
without being upset.
Yeah.
You know, and so, what did we see? We saw
Flipping
people
array.
cross-dressing. We could see, I mean, we saw blackface, which isn't necessarily
No.
a good thing, but for the time, it was just a thing.
Yeah.
It was a part of entertainment.
Yeah.
Just like Shakespeare dressed, men as women.
It was kind of normal, right? Or like not normal, but acceptable at the time. You know. And and
Should
some
it
of
have
that
been?
stuff,
I'm
like
not
some,
sure. I don't think so. I just think that the reason there's such a resurgence. I mean, there's certain things out there that allow people to feel comfortable saying things that they really shouldn't.
Yeah.
But I think a part of the resurgence of it has been the over-the-top and excessive, I'm going to make everything better.
Yeah.
We're going to make up for all the wrongs. In a more personal... Look at people from my age group when it came to, say, child support.
Yeah.
Right? So just take that as we made up for my dad's age group who didn't do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they went over the top and heavily, not only did they look for support for a child, but they punished dads.
Yeah.
Like excessively.
Yeah, it almost went too far.
And
right? It went from one extreme to another.
It was too far.
Yeah.
People were going broke and they couldn't keep their work.
But now it's back. Now it's sort of come back down in the middle because, like, geez, like I had,
it's coming there.
Right, I had to be as a single dad for like most of the kids' lives, right? And so, no, I realized I did get significant amount of benefits from that, like help and various accessible to various, various services, and the courts recognized me as the primary caregiver, not that it didn't automatically go to the mom, So some things have changed, and it's still not perfect, but it's balancing itself out. But let's hopefully that's what society does. We should learn from the past because that's no.
But we shouldn't excessively punish
But we
for
should,
the past.
No, we shouldn't either. Like the past happened. We got to realize the time we can't apply today's values and languages and stuff to the past. It doesn't work. Like that's why it kind of ticks me off a little bit about sort of, like say for example, John A. MacDonald, the person who comes in my head first of all.
Right now that's current.
He had a horrible reputation with the First Nations, but the poor First Nations suffered from everyone back then. It just wasn't him,
And you know what is the First Nations? I understand the plight they're having.
Yeah, no, it's horrible.
Is absolutely real.
Yeah, totally.
But I look at this, so I go with this. My thought process in that is, look, I believe we should honor any treaties that you had.
Yeah.
100% we signed a treaty. Now, what that doesn't mean is reparations. You are, in the bottom line, is you are a conquered people. Much the same as me being of Celtic descent from, my bloodline is the Druids in England. Romans are not giving me repercussions for taking over Britain.
No, exactly.
Vikings are